Hey guys, it's Amy. I am here a few minutes early, waiting to make sure everything goes live and that we don't have any issues because I seem to be having those when I do my lives. And I'm really trying not to have any issues for the new year. So, with that said, I'm going to actually go on my Facebook here on my phone so I can see all the comments. That's what I'm doing. And I'm a few minutes early, so I'm just kind of waiting to see if people get on. If not, this will be put over into my, fly away. This will be put over into my Crew of Hearts club page as well. And I'm going to go over some of the catalog with you today. And that way you get to see it. Most of you have already gotten one, I'm sure. All right, let me turn the volume down. There we go. All right, so now I can see the comments. Yay. Move that up. There we go. All right, I can see your comments. If you're here, let me know. Again, I'm a few minutes early. I just wanted to make sure everything was working and that I could see everybody and everything because I have 1, 2, 3 pictures of me. See, someone just popped on. Hi. I'm going to go over the catalog, and then I've got a cool little technique that's really short, sweet, and simple. I've got 2 cards, 2 samples, one that's kind of stepped up and one that's just simple stamping, and we'll go over those 2. It's cute. So we're going to use an old stamp for one of them, and we're going to use some of the new items in the catalog. So I have a hostess code out, which I didn't write it out for today. Shame on me. I did get a printer in here so that I could actually print things and forgot about it. So the hostess code is on my Facebook page. It's also on my blog. You can find it there. And this month, if you purchase $50, I'm going to send you a card kit for free to make 4 cards with the Fine Art Floral DSP. And I'm going to send you some of the gilding leafing. It's gold. And I'm going to show you a couple of quick cards that you don't need the heat adhesive or any of that. You just need tear and tape. So I'm going to send you some of those. Those will be towards the end of the month. For those of you who purchase $50, I will send you that, and I will do a live with you in a online setting. I'll send you a link in an email, and you'll also have instructions with that. And that will be on the 28th. We'll do a free class, 4 cards, and that will be fun. They're really beautiful. I got to get some sample pictures made up of them for you to see. And then also, if you spend $75 or more, I'm also going to include a chamois, so you can start your new year out with a clean chamois, because I love my chamois. I mean, you can see my chamois. My chamois are in here. I cut it in half, and it's super, super disgusting. I need a new one. But I love them, and even as many times as I rinse and wash them out, they're stained as all get out, but I love my chamois. It makes my stamping life so much easier during the stamping session, because you switch colors and you want a flower in like 4 or 5 different colors, and the chamois is just perfect for that. So, all right, it's like almost 10 o'clock. So I'm going to flip you over, and we're going to kind of glance through the catalog. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I'm going to try to highlight each month a couple of different things out of the catalog. The first 2 months, I'm going to try to highlight some of the celebration items, because the celebration items this year are only going to be for 2 months instead of 3. So it's going to be till the end of February that you can get a free product for every $50 that you spend. If you spend $100, there are some items you can get for $100 spent as well. So let me flip you over, and we can take a look. All right, so this is my little mess that I've started. And we have, this is one of the cards we're going to do. This is my stepped up version. And this is the other card I did. And I didn't use any of the new stamps because I really don't have any of the big background stamps that would show the technique. So I used an older stamp. But let's go through the catalog first. Then we'll get to the cards. This is the celebration catalog, which mine's very dirty and very worn. And this is our mini catalog. And if it's glaring on you, I'm very sorry. I have a lot of light here today. The sun finally decided to show, and I don't have enough blinds to cover my windows to keep everything clear for you. So let's just go over the celebration real quick. I've got a couple of things out coming out for this Paper Blooms DSP right here, if you can see that. I'm trying to bring it up to you so you can see it. That paper is really pretty. I'm going to have a couple of videos with it and a couple of cards that you'll be able to see where I have that one. And then I've done a few already of the little darling donkeys. I know a couple of my customers have already ordered the darling donkeys. They just think he's so cute. And then we've got the Approaching Perfection, which is a bunch of birthday sentiments. The bad news is I forgot your birthday. The good news is I forgot your age. So what if you're a year, you're still fabulous. If things really do get better with age, then you're approaching perfection. Happy birthday. Newsflash, birthday found to be good for your health. Studies show that people who have more birthdays live the longest. And then we've got this ombre paper, which is in colors are Bermuda Bay, Blackberry Bliss, Granny Apple Green, and Roco Rose. So those are really pretty too. I've used those a couple of times. I've got a couple of other little hot ticket items that I want to do that. And I've done a couple of with this. Actually, I just had a post the other day that used this particular stamp set called a Corner Bouquet. And I actually did this for a swap. And then we have this one with Heal Your Heart. A couple of my friends got that one as well. And this is the DSP that I will be sending in one of those card kits for you. In the card kits, if you order $50 or more, I'll be sending you that little card kit. And this is some more DSP. This one's called Flower and Field. Those of you who got catalogs with me, this is the paper I use to create your little wish list books. So it's Flowers and Field Designer Series paper. Well, I'm so crazy about that because I'm not big on black backgrounds, but the others were pretty. And then we have a touch of ink. I use this one as well in my painter's tape technique. I use the hummingbird for that. And I really like this set. I'll probably use it a couple of times more. I'll use it a lot. I have lots of stamps that I dig out and use. This is the free for $100 with purchase. It's a Berry Blessing stamp set and DSP. So you get the stamp set and some designer series paper. There's also a punch sweet strawberry bundle here, but that's in the catalog. So this is the stamp set and the paper that you would get for free for $100. Now the touch of ink is also for $100. Now if you host, and anytime you have a host party, you will get the party punch right here for free, which has, oh baby, you are already loved more than you know. There's a couple other sentiments. Good for some Valentine's Day things. And then if you decide to join and get all of the discounts and fun, and have, even if you wanted to make it a business, you could just get discounts and fun for yourself. Join for $99 and you'll get $125 worth of product for free. But you will also get, let's see, it says an assortment of 6x6 paper stacks of the newest DSP free shipping paper. And that's 5 different packs. That's going to be the new in colors and all of our colors, all of our other colors, our subtles, our brights, our regals, and our neutrals in designer series paper at 6x6. So you would get that for free, which is, those are usually running about $11.50 a piece. So you're looking at $55 or more, above a $55. So you could do that and join and get everything at 20% off. And then once you become Bronze Elite, which is after making your first quarter, you would earn 25% off. So this is the mini catalog, and I'm just going to highlight some of the suites. I'm not really going to go through the whole thing because, you know, you have a catalog. If you have questions, please ask. We've got some great kits this year. I have not ordered any of the kits at this time. I would love to do a kit class, but again, some of the great kits are $70. And I don't know any of my customers who would want to spend $70. They're great, but I don't know. This one's not bad. It's $30, but then you have to have the stamp set, which is another $21. You know, I don't know. I don't know. We have great kits, but they don't include everything. This one has everything. I mean, everything. And it's kind of cute. but I'm not into the cactus thing. It's this one. It's got flowering cactuses. And here's the stamp set. It's nice. I love you. I love how our friendship has grown. You are a rare find, my dear friend. Some great sentiments and some very pretty paper, but it's just not my cup of tea. And that's okay. Doesn't have to be. This suite is one of my favorites. Love You Always suite. I have bought a couple of things out of here. When I went to order, I wasn't able to get the dies. So I decided not to order any of the bundles here. And I ordered just the DSP and the black and white paper. I didn't even order this. I was kind of disappointed that I couldn't order the whole suite. I have a package coming today that will include some of it, but I did get this, and I have done a couple of cards with this. I really like the paper. I love that you can just add your color to it. And I did order this one. I ordered this stamp set and the dies that go with it. But since I couldn't get this one over here, I decided to order this bundle right here, lots of hearts, because it is stamping with a heart, and I like hearts, so you knew that was coming. And this is just some of the other Valentine's things that we have. We have a Sweet Valentine Cards and More kit for $10. It's got a lot of great little and quick cards for like your grandkids or whatever, or even your kids that need to make cards for school. And then you've got some great little Kangaroo and Company. I'm sure that was for our Australia crew. And then this is a beautiful, beautiful set. It's called Hydrangea Hill. I did not order it because I don't know, I just didn't order it. I'm sure I'll fall in love with it and order it eventually. I did order this Mercury paper. I can't wait to get that in and see what it's like. But that's the Hydrangea Hill. And you can order the whole kit if you'd like. It's $88.50 for the entire suite. And that's the stamp set that comes with it. Some nice sentiments. And then I have this one. This is our Curvy die set. I have this one, and I've done a few things for you in that. And the Dandy Garden Suite. I have both of these, and I'm doing a giveaway for the garden wishes for this one. I'll be doing a giveaway, so I haven't decided how to do that. It will probably be towards the end of the month when I announce, and into February, because we have all of the celebration stuff going on right now. So that's just awesome, and you're getting free stuff all the way around. And I've got the DSP. I have everything. I love this little suite. So natural, so nature driven. And now that I'm in the mountains, I'm just like, I love this. This is so cute. Can you see it? It's on page 27 in the catalog. It's adorable. It's just a little tag. Could you see that little tag making a beautiful little card? And let's see, we have, what is this? Oh, some great sentiments called Happy Thoughts. That's wonderful. And then we have, this is a nice little stamp. I didn't get it, but it's a great little background stamp. It would look really good with what we're going to do today. The Wild Rose. Trying to go through it. This is the DSP that I will be sending the card kit for this month. Order $50 worth of product, and I will send you a card kit to make 4 cards with this DSP. And you won't really need to eat anything else. There will be no stamped images in your card kit, because I can't send stamped images, but you will get beautiful DSP, and you can just pop a sentiment on of your own choosing. And I think this paper is phenomenal on its own. It doesn't need anything else for it. The stamps are great, and so are the die cuts, but the paper, oh my God, the paper is beautiful. I also have this lovely little many messages. I'm going to have to do a little quick story on this someday in the near future. It's literally one big stamp and one big punch, and it all cuts them all out at one time. It's great. I love that. It's awesome, and it's the best thing since sliced bread. You can do a couple of them and have about 95 different labels all at one time. I'm going to take you like 5 minutes. Stamp, cut, stamp, cut. We have another one with tranquil dies, some of that tropical theme going on there. And we have a medallion with a Chinese twist. I kind of like this one. I'm not really sure what it is or why I like it, but I mean, it's probably just the pink and the blue colors that I like. But I don't know, something about it makes me go, I like that. And we went back to some more succulents in the catalog this year. This is our new succulent set called Simply Succulent. And there's a die set that goes with a potted succulent dies. I did not get this. Not a huge fan of succulents, so it was not on my cup of tea. I know a lot of people who have bought them, but this one I did buy. I bought the entire suite of this one. Sand and Sea. Here you can see the pictures here of this, and here's all the items. I bought the entire thing. The lovely thing about this set is you die cut this and you stamp the images on here, and then you can emboss it, and it comes out like this. You can see that. It's textured, it's stamped, and it's all one piece. It's kind of cool. I will be doing a little snippet on that, and there's also some of this pearl paper. The picture does not do it justice. It's kind of creamy white, but it's got that mother of pearl sheen to it. And we have some of these opal rounds, which is really pretty too. And the paper, if you are a Settles fan, oh my God, I love this paper. The watercolor parts of it are just fantastic. So I have definitely got that one, and I will be showing you some stuff with that because I'm in love with that set. And I'm not really a sea girl. I have a lot of friends who will really enjoy that. The Friendly Flamingo. Flamingos aren't really my thing. And then we have the Sweet Strawberry. This goes with that DS in the Celebration catalog. This, and there's another stamp set that would go with it as well. And then there's a punch. And the punch matches the DS. And here's In Bloom Sweet that they used in the paper in the Celebration. And these little dies actually have embellishments on the actual flowers. You can't really see it here, but they are there. It's really cute. I did buy this guy. I have grandkids, so my grandson likes the sharks, so I have the sharks. They're coming. They'll be here today, the Shark Frenzy with the die cuts, so we shall see what I get out of that one. And then we have Oh Snap with some gators. My gator folk will love that. We also have some ice cream. If you have kids in your life, this would be really cute for that. I don't have kids. I love ice cream, but not really my thing. I can see a lot to do with that punch, though. We have some girlfriend pictures here. You want to see those? Some girls and doing some sweet beastie kind of thing. Pretty birthday dies with some great embellishments and sentiments and all of that good stuff. I have a lot of cakey kind of things, so I really didn't feel the need to get that one. Now this is one that we're doing. Dies are going to be coming out next month, so they'll have a bundle for that. I will be getting this one. It will match my Hey Chick from Celebration a few years ago. They're also going to come out with a Hey Chick revisit with the dies to go with that as well. So they're going to come out with it probably in a month or so, but I will be getting that one too for you to see. This is another cute one. You can make some of those really long cards or the slimline cards that would work really well for those. And snail mail. This has been a big hit because, you know, we all do snail mail. And I am just not a fan of cartoon snails. It is what it is. Handmade for you. This is really sweet. A lot of stitching or crocheting or anything that you need to do, handmade notes in them, that's really nice for that. And then we've got a Delicate Petals, which makes some really gorgeous flowers. A Mother's Day suite right here. You can make a nice little Mother's Day card with the coordinating dies. And then I have this one. It was one of our freebies in our onstage called Enjoy the Moment. It's been very hard, and I've struggled with what to use that for, but I've done a couple of cards that I actually kind of like. We have Wonderful, which is giving you just a bunch of positive things to write. We also have the Floating Butterflies, which gives you a quick way to make those floating cards. Those floating, I forget what they called the technique, but it was a floating frame. This is set up so that you can make it quickly and easily to do that with the dies. And then we have a flowering vines, which is just what it said, flowering vines. It's really sweet. You like that lacy, flowery look. And we have back to blooms, just flowers, simple flowers with, this two-step stamping. And some Easter cards, stuff for Easters with some punches. And we have some lovely little for babies when you've got those new additions to your family. And then we have a well suited. This, I really wish I'd have this when I worked for my doctor. He would have liked this. I made him a couple of cards like this using my Cricut. He was really thrilled with that. He's like, it looks like me, because I did suspenders and all of that. Now, if you've got the Darling Donkeys, this would be great with the Darling Donkeys. This is called Ride the Range, and it's got some great little dies. And you've got good luck, simple things. You've got some cows and some bales of hay. My girlfriend would love that, but, And then you've got a cut above for your men in your life. And that's a lot of coloring for that. And for Treasures of Your Life, we have the grandparents' little stamp set, which is really cute. And we have Soar Confidently with some lovely old-timey hot air balloons and airplanes. And we have, if you're into hot dogs and weenie dogs, we've got this guy. My daughter fell in love with that one. I was like, yeah, well, I'm not into weenie dogs. And then we have, of course, our, this is where we get into our bundles. And we also are now doing our mini embossing machine. It is now out live if you want to see it. Here you go. Look at this sucker. Mine's been on the floor. My dogs have been loving on it a little bit, so it's a little muddy. But we're going to go ahead and get to our card today because I have to go get my grandson at noon. So got my little space here, and I have all my goodies here. We're going to start with the simple one first. And that's going to be this one. You can see it here without all of the light. Get it up there. There you go. So you can see that. That's what we're going to do. And it's a simple torn paper technique. You're going to take a piece of cardstock, which my cardstock measures 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And we're going to, I'm looking for my paper. I have a piece of plain copy paper here, just plain copy paper, okay? Nothing fancy. It can be a smaller paper if you'd like. And I'm literally just going to tear it. You can make it straight. You can make it awkward. Mine's kind of awkward up here. That's entirely up to you. Okay, so I've got 2 pieces of paper, and I'm just going to take these and lay them down opposite each other. Let me go get my tape. I left the tape at the other side of the room. I have so totally learned that paper tape is a godsend in the craft room. So we're going to just take this down. I'm going to leave this in the middle so I can actually stamp on it. And because I'm doing a polymer stamp, I need to put my foam pad underneath. So let's do this. All right. And I'm going to put this down, and I want to leave enough room so that I have just the center. And you can kind of see where it's going to go. And I'm going to take this down so that I don't get it to move on me. And you're only going to need this for a couple of stamps. And I mean, technically, I would normally tape the paper to this paper down to the back of this. Matter of fact, I think I'll do that. So that way it doesn't move on me and I don't have it all over the place. That's not working for me. We're not going to do that because I can't get it to work that way. Okay, got these where I want them to be. And you notice it's kind of a line. It'll be a little odd, but it's all right. It can be different every single time. And I know it's hard for you to see this, but I'm going to put it up here so you can see. See? This is my open space. And we're going to take I'm using the Blossoms and Bloom stamp set here. And we're going to stamp it in Balmy Blue. We're going to use just the big one in Balmy Blue. And I have my inks right here. Here they are. Just cover this up in ink. And I'm sorry, the video camera is shaking a bit. All right. Now I'm just going to kind of figure out where I want it. Stamp this down. I'm giving it a few seconds so it really gets that color in there. Okay. Now I'm going to take a smaller. I'm going to take this one and we're going to stamp some smaller flowers and some leaves in Pear Pizzazz and So Saffron. I have all of those right here. Let's do the leaves first. And then we have some little flowers here we can do. Let's do the leaves. And that will be in, actually I'm going to change that to So Saffron, or Soft Seafoam. A softer green. I thought that green was kind of bright, so we're gonna swap our green. Okay. Now you're just gonna come in here and put leaves wherever you want your leaves. And some of them may come off, some of them may not. Okay. And now I'm gonna take my little yellow one. That's good. And do some So Saffron. I just like Balmy Blue and So Saffron together. I just think it looks really fantastic. I mean, whichever yellow you would want would work. There. I'm just trying to see where all it's going. Oops, I moved it. That was what I was afraid of. Ah. So now I gotta move this back. So that it's even again. There we go. Just like that. That's why it's important to cover and tape back behind it. And I did not do that. So shame on me, that's my fault. Okay, and now I'm gonna come back in, and in my blue flowers, I'm gonna go in and put this yellow set of little dots that comes in the stamp set. And then I will do the same thing, but with some blue in my yellow flowers. And actually, I really need to pay attention to only doing half. I think that's it. All right, now for the beautiful outcome. It looks like we just have a teared piece of paper on there, and it's all nice and pretty and floral, and it looks great. Let me get this, I'm gonna leave that just like that because we're gonna use this again and I'm not gonna move it. So I'm gonna move that out of the way because I don't need any more right now. I do need my block, and we're just going to literally stamp on here in black. I've got some, actually I've got my gray right here, which will work. I don't know what I did with my black. It's here, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure where under all of my stuff it is. So I'm going to stamp Happy Birthday, which was right here. Here it is. Now you could use whatever sentiment. There's plenty of sentiments in this that say all kinds of different things. There's happy birthday, there's thinking of you. If you're here, drop me a line, let me know you're here. Happy birthday, thinking of you, sure do miss you, hello, thank you, I like you a lot, and get well soon. I'm literally just going to do this in some dark gray because it's what I have. I'm just going to stamp happy birthday. Black probably would have been better. And then I added some pink to it. I added some of the elegant faceted gems. Just to give it a little, there we go. And that's all you need on that. And then all you have to do is, I have it layered with a piece of yellow, which I will put down. I like to use glue. I also have been using the Stamp and Seal, and I do like it. It's worked out really well for me. But again, I'm not always so quick when I'm doing this to get it on right. Okay, once I put it on the So Saffron cardstock, I'm going to then put it on some Balmy Blue. Flip it over. Sticker on top of there. Trying to make it even here. And then all you have to do is place this on top of a piece of card base, which I always use thick Whisper White card base, like this. And then I score it and I lay everything on top of that. So that way I have a nice thick card base. And you could come back in, I think on this one, no, yeah. I didn't put anything on the inside, but you could just stamp a couple of the simple flowers and call it a day. And it is simple and done, and it took us less than 10 minutes. It took me more time trying to find everything that went with it than it did to actually do the stamping. And just lay this right on top here. And voila, you are done. Simple, quick birthday card. And it looks fabulous. It looks like it was meant to be. So there's that. Now let's go ahead and do the other one that I've done, which is kind of cool as well. It's the same technique, but I am using the buffalo check stamp and the basic gray to get my background. I'll pull a card out for you in just a second. Trying to get that stamp off there, and of course I made my fingers blue. Get the buffalo check on my block. Okay, of course it's not going to go on straight. Now I have another piece of cardstock. It is the same size. It is the 5.5 by 3 1/4. I actually think I want this to be a little longer, or wider, should I say, for what we're doing. Let me show you the card. This is the card. And I'm just pulling this up a little bit so that I can readjust. So I can readjust this. I want a little more gray in than we had in the other. There we go. I'm going to leave it just like that. I don't really need the foam mat underneath this because this has got the foam on it already. But you see how I have a bigger piece here? Trying to go for that, having a little bit bigger. Yeah, move this down a little more. Let's make this go up. Just trying to give us a little more room here. And we'll move this up. Like this. And this to about here. And it doesn't even have to be straight. You know, you could do this however you wanted as far as it goes. All right. Now we don't need anything else to stamp on this because I've already cut these out. I stamped and cut them. They're out of the Garden Wishes. Yes, they're out of the Garden Wishes stamp set. I stamped and die cut them, and I will show you how I did the coloring in just a moment. I mean, technically you don't have to cover your whole stamp. You can just really kind of center, because you know you're just doing the center for this one. Now you could do this technique by covering just your center and having the tops and bottoms be torn pieces. So now we're just literally going to lay it on top. And I'm going to press down and give it a few minutes to soak in. And voila. I can move this out of my way because we don't need that anymore. And then I can take my paper out. And we've got this great little background. Now, see, I didn't go all the way over here, but that's okay. I can trim that if I wanted to. But I actually think I want to put it back. No, I can't put it back in and go over it because it's not on a Stamparatus. So I messed up. I should have went further over, but that's all right. We'll live with that. I will flip it this way, and I will put my my embellishments over there so you won't ever notice it. Okay. So now that I've got to do my coloring, pull this out. So I can do coloring on this one because I don't want to color through. This piece here goes on the inside, and I colored this where I just colored in the center with some Bumblebee Stampin' Right marker. Let me see if I've got it right here. I've got it right here. I colored it in with this, and then I took a blender pen, or you can use your clear Wink of Stella, and I literally just rubbed it on the tip of here and pulled it out a little bit so that it looked like it had a light bit of yellow around it as well. And then the inside of this was just colored in Old Olive blends. So we're going to do about the same thing on this piece. I stamped 2 of these right here. And I like this one better. I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to show you how I did this. So I'm literally going to color in my center. And I'm making sure I have my clear Wink of Stella. No, that's my white one. I want my clear Wink of Stella. And you literally just pull it out. You can pull it out. You can do this, but you get a little wink on there, and I don't really like that. So I do like using, when I'm doing this, using this, and I can pull off that right there and just come back in here, and you can see it kind of blends out some color. So this is my preferred way to do this, so I don't have Wink of Stella all over my markers. Because not everything needs Wink of Stella, right? I don't know about you, but personally, I think Wink of Stella should be on almost everything. But that's just me. So that way everything gets a little bit of color, and I can come in here and add just a little more. Because I think it needs just a little. For this, it needs just a little more. That's not what works there. This is. All right, and then we're just going to come in here and blend this out a little bit with my blender pen. And of course, it's close to my heart blender pen. But you can get these anywhere. Or you can use your Wink of Stella to cover, and it will work so that you get this look. And I'm just taking, I'm going to use Mossy Meadow today. I'm going to take the dark and just come in here and, actually, no, I want a little side, and cover in some of these lines. so I can have some definition. And I hate that my camera's so far up. It's not going great. I need to get a camera that's got some zoomy in it. But we'll see how this goes. This is a new setup because my arm is dying on me and it's not working out so great. So I may have to get a different arm to hold my camera up for me. All right, I think I've got enough little dark lines in here. And then I'm going to come in here with my light Mossy Meadow and just color these in. I'm not a fan of Mossy Meadow, so to speak, but I think for this particular project, it just looks so much better. You know, my tips are dying because I'm really rough on them. Unfortunately, with some of the things I was coloring in, I apparently was going a little too hard and caused my little tip to be all messed up. And we got some more here. I know it's just like a weed, but you know, even weeds need love. And let's see, how are you all doing with COVID? Are y'all getting into some classes? I can't wait to do the class with everybody. I'm looking forward to trying that out and seeing how it goes. All right, I'm gonna put some more dark in here. Don't think it has enough dark. Okay. All right, so there's my little dot, and that's all we really need. I'm gonna switch it over so that it goes this way, and we're gonna put it right here so you won't even really notice that that's missing. This, and then we're gonna have one of these, and this is gonna go behind. I want kind of like this. So we're gonna trim it off, but it's gonna go. I'm gonna put this down first. A little glue on this. Now you could, to do this, to make it easier on you, when you cut it out, you could put this on one of those adhesive sheets and just cut it out with that. So you'd have the pretty color and then the adhesive sheet. It would be awesome. But I chose to be quick and not do that. So I'm using a little glue, which never hurt anybody. Okay. So I'm going to hold this here. Make sure where I want these before I go laying it down. This ought to be good right here. And then once we have this down, you can just trim this piece off here. And this part will be covered because it was a little nick in the paper. Cover my scissors. Here's a pair. Isn't that the way it always is? I have about 5 different pairs of paper snips, and I lose every single one of them when I'm trying to do something. Isn't that the way it always is? And we're going to use some dimensionals to hold up this. So I'm going to use some of my end pieces. Put this here. And I don't really want to put anything right here. I'm going to put some ribbon. I have some of that Mossy Meadow ribbon that came with the suite. And I'm going to use that on my flower instead of the gray. I'm going to use Mossy Meadow just to pull in a different piece of interest. And I'm trying to get all of these. Of course, it sticks to my fingers too when you're trying to get all these little pieces off. There we go. Now I'm going to come over here, make sure I cover that. Make sure I cover my boo-boo over here a little bit. And we've got that. I'm going to get my ribbon, which is this Mossy Meadow ribbon, and I'm just going to tie a bow. And I could use my bow maker. I could tie a bow. Either way works. Whatever works for you. I'm going to tie one and see what we get out of it. Pull it out a little bit more. Here we go. All right. Now we'll take some scissors, snip it off. Now, see, I just had them. And that's what I told you. Every time you have scissors, everything moves. And I'm sure you guys can see them, and I cannot. All right, there. Now I use some glue dots on this. I get all these little sheets in my paper pumpkins, and I love using them because they always give you way too many. So I use my pick tool. And I put these, I usually put 2 on the ribbons when I put them on, so that way I'm sure it's going to stay. Try to get this off of here. Ha 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 ha. There we go. And I'm just going to tie this right there. Just right on the top. Now that that part's done, only thing left to do is stamp the sentiment. Now, what sentiment I use is wishing you all the best. I think I'm going to use a happy birthday. Let's see if this has one. This does not. This says your acts of kindness are like a breath of fresh air. Wishing you all the best. Made for a true friend. Made with love for a true friend. Oh, wrong set. Can't use this one. That's my giveaway one. I can't use that one. So let's see. I'm going to go with the same sentiment because I never have any. I'd like to do a happy birthday, but it doesn't come with a birthday. But I wanted to show you how to do this. So I have basic gray, Stampin' Right, and I have a bumblebee, Stampin' Right. So I'm going to color in the basic gray on the bottom first. I'm going to color it all in with this marker, just so I'm sure that the whole thing is colored. It's kind of like a Huffy technique. Sure, if some of you know what that is, and I'm not turning so I don't get gray on my bumblebee marker here. And you color this whole thing in so that everything on this sentiment is the color you want. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I need a drink of water. So now that you have that all on here, you huff on it. I know it sounds weird, but you huff on it. And then I'm just going to come over here and stamp this down. And voila. There you go. Now I'm going to take and put this on the same size of the bumblebee paper that I did for the other card. I will have the dimensions on the blog post. I have it almost finished. I just needed the video, and I'm trying to get that completed before I go get the rugrat so that it can be posted for you guys either sometime this afternoon or tomorrow morning, because you know it takes me a little while to get those blog posts up once I get the video done, because I'll have to download it. I have to make sure it, you know, I mean, yes, you guys get the video right away, but I still need to download it and get it into the blog post. Okay, good. Looks like it's a little crooked. I don't know what I cut crooked, but, you know. Can't fix that now. That is down there, and it is on. And then we're just going to put this on top of a piece of basic gray. And then again, you would take this and put it on your card base, which is the Thick Whisper White. I mean, if you didn't want to use Thick Whisper White, you could use this in the same and not have to do this next step. So there you go. There's the next card.
So I hope you like this little quick technique for you. I got 4 little cards out of this. Where are the other 2? Here they are. So we got 4 little cards. I hope you like the technique. These will be on my blog. I really enjoyed it with you today, and I only did it in 40 minutes, so I told you how quick that would be. It is a quick little technique. It's super simple. Like I said, you could do the paper so that the middle is white and the ends are the ripped paper technique. It could be done either way. I am so thrilled with this. It's one of the little happy things I found lately. I'm going to try to do a bunch of simple techniques lately just to get you to use your paper and just stamp, because isn't that what we really like? And I figure if I bring my avid paper crafting down a notch, it might make it a little more obtainable for everybody. So with that, I hope to see you online. Pop in, say hello, leave me a comment. I will be mailing one of these cards out to one of the lucky winners. And if you've come in, leave me a comment. Even if you're watching the replay, let me know whether you liked it or not. Use the hostess code. Orders will get a free card class at the end of the month on the 28th. Check the blog for details. Bye, guys. See you next week, Wednesday. Bye.